Hello out there in YouTube land. I just thought I'd do one real quick, or actually two real quick videos on, this one's going to be on this channel and the other one's going to be on the other channel, on Blade. I have one channel with capital, my last name capital B, one channel for small b, one's comics, and other stuff, and the other one is movies. So this is going to be on the comic version. Wish I would have checked. It's late. I'm not thinking. So look at them both. I decided I was at my comic book shop a while ago, and I found the first appearance of Blade, which is in the Tomb of Dracula number 10. As you can see, it's not in all that fantastic shape. Paid $20 for it. So the other day, I was in there and I just said, hey, do you have a trade paperback of all the first appearances of Blade? And the guy went and checked the camera, excuse me, and checked the video computer and said yes. And ordered it, and it came in this last week. I showed it on my pickups for this week. And it has this. As you can see, the cover of this one is pretty much the same as this one, but slightly better. Now, this isn't all his appearances, but it does have, because there's obviously some different stuff happening between some of the things in this book. But the first showing is, the first book in here is The Tomb of Dracula number 10. And it's exactly like it was in this comic. Now, this came out in 1973, and it is so funny to look at it. And you can tell it's older because the art is different than the stuff in nowadays. And it's interesting to see how, who was it, Marv Wolfman is the guy who came up with him. This is writer Marv Wolfman and Christopher Golden, and the penciler is Gene Colan. It is so interesting to see how they drew him back then, because it's, in the early 70s. Look at him. That is very dated. It is so 70s. And even the dialogue back then is excuse me, reminiscent of sort of the blaxploitation movies of the 70s. So, like, say, it was right here where he's fighting Dracula. It says, you talk a mean fight, man. Now let's see what you can do, because I'm out to get all you stinking scums. And I'll take you right along with the rest of them. And so he's always like, man, and sister, when he's talking to his other people. And so there's that one. And I've read all of them except for the very last one, which I'll probably get to tonight. And this is in the second one. I don't know if you can see very well on this one. But if you look here, you can see his outfits are a little different than what we're used to. He has the sash with antique blades in it. And he doesn't use a sword in this one. But now he's got, this one he's actually got a girlfriend. It's her name is Saffron, his girlfriend. And he's teamed up with Harker, a Quincy Harker, and some modern descendants of, the original people from the comics. From the book. And the stories are really interesting, if not a little short. And he's one of the better characters in Marvel even now. It's very well done, very tad bit campy, but it's more interesting now than some of the stuff I've been reading lately. And I'm hoping to find more stuff to read of his, because I've read some of the more modern stuff and it wasn't as good. The Blade ones, and even some of the stuff they're doing now. But I really want to see if I can find another one of these, of the later stuff, and see how it compares. So this one has, I think, 5 or 6 different stories in it. And starts on page 3, and the comics end on page, let's see, I can't quite say here, but it's in the 40s, so there's like 40 pages of stuff in here. And it's very well done, and art is good, especially considering it was done back in the 70s. So I'm very glad that I got it. I paid $8 for this. And this here is the last cover for the last one that I haven't read yet, which actually takes place in New Orleans. I call it New Orleans, but I had a friend of mine who grew up in Louisiana, and corrected me, and it's New Orleans. And that's him in this one here. So that's the only one that I haven't read. I'll probably get to that tonight because I've got to go to bed so I can go to work in the morning. It's at 12:30 at night, so I'm a little tired. But this is very, very entertaining, and I'm quite glad that I got it. So if you're into Blade, check this out. This is some of the earlier issues of his stuff, and it's nice to see his origins, how his character develops a little bit. So, have a nice day. Thanks. Like and subscribe.